Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is actually the second time today I've filmed this. Last time I had set up like in front of the Christmas tree, even though it's not Christmas. It was cute vibes. And I just really wasn't happy with the outcome. And I am a firm believer, if you're not happy with something that you do, don't put it out into the world, because you know if you need to show it to people. And I just wasn't happy with it. And so we're starting over. It's 9:45 at night. And let's do this. Let's attempt a better New Year's Eve glam tutorial for your eyes. I'm focusing on the eyes. My skin, I'm not worrying about too much because like I'm about to go to bed. So like I'm doing spray primer. Where normally I'm very face oriented and very concerned with the steps I take with my base routine, but tonight I'm not worried about it lasting. I still want it to look good, of course, but I don't care if it lasts a million hours because I'm about to take it off whenever I get done. But anyways, as I wait for that to dry, I tried using a pressed glitter palette for the first time, like actual pressed glitter, and it wasn't easy for me to work with, to say the least. And I would consider myself like, I guess a beginner still, like intermediate, maybe, I don't know, beginner, let's just say beginner. And I really struggled with it. And I just wasn't happy with it. And I wore it out in public because I had to go somewhere, and that's why I'm doing this so much later. And I got compliments on it from people, but like, it just wasn't like to my standard. And my channel is something that I want to be proud of, and I don't want to put half a looks out. So I am shaking up. I got the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. Nikki from like Nikki DiMartino, Nikki and Gabby, she was talking about how much she liked this. And so I want to give it a check out because I like dewy skin, and that's what she goes for. So I wanted to try it, and I had to buy new foundation anyways because I ran out of mine. So I was like, you know, let's do it. Let's give it a whirl. So this is almost drying in my face. I'm basically just gonna speed through everything I do on my face, and then we're gonna come back in the eye section. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have glitters on my face, like glitter particles on my face for the rest of my life now. I use 30 makeup remover wipes, and I still see pieces from earlier. So that's fun. It's super fun. I just love it. But anyways, if you want to see if this is an acceptable tutorial, if you're watching this, I'm proud of it. So keep watching. Okay, so I've got loose powder sitting under my eyes to bake and catch any fallout if I am to have any. The first thing I'm going to do is take a just skin toned, it's a little bit, it looks lighter in the pan than it is, but it actually shows up on my skin, so you will see it. But this is just to set the concealer. I don't use actual eyeshadow primer. So this is just going to act as like a setting powder type deal. I just like it better because I've put loose powder and it's like, it's not bad, but it can change the colors of the stuff you put on top and make them a little, you know, lighter and not true to the color that you may be used to them being, if that makes sense. I just used the wrong color, don't mind that. I didn't put it on my eye though, I caught it. So I just put that in my crease area and drag it along the eye. It doesn't have to be perfect on the lid because it's gonna be covered up, but this is just our base color and the start of our transition. So, step one. Now we're gonna deepen it up a little bit. By the way, this is the Dose of Colors Desi X Katie Friendcation palette. Really, really like it. It was probably my favorite palette of the whole year. I know it doesn't look like it has a lot to offer, but just the plain colors blend so good that I love. So I'm gonna take, I don't know if I finished what I was saying, this color. It's a little bit deeper than the one we just used, and work it right on top using the same fluffy brush, like big fluffy brush, and kind of deepen up the crease area. I'm wanting to keep it, I don't want it super warm. It looks more warm on camera than it does in real life. It looks more neutral, but it's showing up a little different, but that's okay. I just don't want super like orangey tones. I want to keep it more like neutral to somewhat cool, to go with the glitter that I had chosen. Next, we are going to take this dark brown. It doesn't look as dark in the pan as it is, same as the other color. Shows up pretty dark, and I'm going to put it in that outer corner and blend it in towards like a V shape. Does that make sense? So I just kind of leave it harsh like that. Just stamp my initial where I want my lines to be. The general outline. This one eye is watering and it's causing me probs, man. So I just do like that and do like a rough outline, and then I take the same brush I was using and the last color we use, so the second darkest color we use, to blend it out and make it less harsh. You can see how my one eye is watering because it's like making the eyeshadow look darker where it's like wet and drying right there. So we just won't judge this look off of that eye because it's having a hard time currently. So I kind of have it like that, and then I'm going to take a more pointier blending brush and go in with the first and second color we use. So the lightest shade and the medium color, to kind of feather that out and just make sure that everything looks really seamless and not harsh and ratchet, if you know what I mean. And then I used to think this didn't do anything, but it does. I like to take a big blending brush with nothing on it and just go on the outside to really, really make sure everything's blended in as good as possible for me. This has made a big change in my game, and I enjoy it. So I'm thinking, This is the glitter shade that I got. My fingers look like little nubs. It's very neutral. It's not really gold or silver, but it's like nice smoky. I like it. I'm really happy with it. It's from Flower Beauty, which is a drugstore brand. You can get them at Walmart, Ulta. And it's the Warrior Glitter Shadow in the shade Bullet. So I've never tried these before, but I do have the Stila Magnificent Metals, and I really like that, and they're easy to work with. I'm not trying another pressed glitter today because that was just a mess, and I need to practice more. And so what I'm going to do is put this on the lid and kind of see how it looks and what route I want to go, if I want to add, you know, a pop of color or whatnot. So, because I've never used this before, it's brand new. So it has a really nice like tip, like a pointy tip, which makes it easy to get really precise without having to do like a cut crease, which I avoid at all costs. I went a little high to make my eyes look a little bigger than they are. You do what's up to you, but I kind of drug it a little higher than my normal creases. And I'm just gonna kind of stamp over what I did to make sure that, you know, glitter pieces are distributed. And I'm gonna bring it about, it's like a little bit more than 3/4, but I'm leaving it farther in at the top. So it's kind of like, it goes down like a little slant. Because I just like how that looks on my own eye shape. You know, you tailor it to however, if anybody is even gonna follow this, you tailor it to how you enjoy it, but that's how I like mine. I don't like to bring it all the way out, or it looks like a little weird in my opinion. So you see how I didn't, there's like a little space where I didn't like bring it all the way in. I'm thinking of doing like, a lot of people are saying they wanted to see blue from people I talked to. So I'm thinking, okay, so I found the palette I was looking for. It's the Dark Magic Jaclyn Hill Vault palette. And what I'm gonna do is mix these two. They're like, I don't know how to explain colors. So I'm gonna mix these two together and put them between the space on the outer little gap that I left open that I brought to attention. So it out, so much of it goes away. When you have like vibrant blues, it's hard to keep the true to color. So you have to be really careful, I've learned, with blues and purples, to make sure that you are being light-handed and not blending away. It's full pigment, if you know what I mean. Take this little packer brush with the colors. Ooh, that wiped it away. That did not do, that did the opposite of what I wanted. Right now you might be like, ooh, I really don't like that. But then somehow at the end of it, when you get your whole face done, it looks better, you know? So Don't click off too soon, not quite yet. Give me a little bit to tweak. I'm just really not happy with the way that outer corner is looking. I might have to change my color choice because I've never really used those blues out of that palette, but they're not doing the hottest. And I really don't feel like it's me like being like that shitty. I mean, it's possible, but so I'm gonna mix Rockstar and Sparks. It's like a purple and a red, and kind of feather over top. See if this is a better. Yeah, that looks better. That blue just wasn't wanting to blend very well, and I'm not saying it's a bad palette, but like I said earlier, I'm still a beginner, so sometimes stuff just, I'm not on the level to use yet, and that's okay. That's okay. I'm gonna stop blabbing and do some finishing touches to fix this up, because I have to really concentrate with this little end part or I'm gonna be looking crazy. So give me 1 second. Okay guys, this is the finished look. I hope this video showed you that not only did I have to do this look twice today in the beginning of this look, I was going for blue and it didn't work and I had to change paths. So this just shows you that not everything always goes exactly as you plan, but you just stick with it, and then I'm really happy with the results. So yeah, this is my New Year's Eve look with my Supernatural shirt. You know what I think we need? Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a good New Year's Eve and a blessed 2019. Bye!